there, welcome to Listen Mirror channel. Welcome to January 21st. My goodness, we out here. I really like January 21st. I feel like something is happening today. Astrologically or something. I don't know. But today I am using the Vice Versa Tarot. She wanted to finally talk to me. Man, I swear, I'm really picky in a way about the decks that I introduced to my family here, because it shifts the energy of like my other decks. It really affects certain things. So I have not used the Vice Versa Tarot in a while. She has not wanted to talk to me at all. Certain decks have been like needy, not in a bad way, but they've been like needy. Other decks have just been like, don't talk to me. Other decks have just been like, it's just been a whole thing. So, I'm going to go on ahead and I suppose use the Vice Versa Tarot today for the January 21st guidance. The guidance I'm asking for is guidance for our highest good. The way I read the tarot is, because I have an oracle card background, is I read them like oracle cards. So, I'm looking at guidance here. And I use my intuition to do that. So if I miss a story, then I miss a story, because I'm pretty sure I do miss stories, because I'm just kind of willy-nilly reading. But on this day, the 21st of January 2019, what is our guidance, please? Oh, Chariot reverse. I think the last time I used the Vice Versa Tarot was when the Chariot came out reversed. I remember that. The Hermit was in like the reverse, and the Chariot was reversed. I was just like, where are we going? The Queen of Wands came out. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in. So we have the Chariot in reverse, the Page of Cups, and... okay, the Ten of Swords, who did some stuff. What I'm looking at is a little bit of a pause. In a way, like... it's a little bit of a pause in a way with the Chariot and the Page of Cups here. It's like taking a little bit of a pause. So I don't know if you've been moving or doing certain things in your life, or if how the dailies have been applying for you. But to me, it kind of seems like if you've been going full speed ahead, because I know there have been like, go, take the risk, and what was it yesterday? It was go to church. Yesterday was a bit odd. Yesterday I think we were cleaning house. So today, with the Chariot coming out, I really like the Chariot. I'm not particularly fond of this side of the Chariot, but I do feel like there is a connection between the Chariot and, you can't see, a connection between the Chariot and the Page of Cups. I feel like it's a pause. I feel like it's a pause. And then there's that Ten of Swords there. I don't want to say it's a pause to like re-look at certain things. I really don't. I'm going to clarify, but let me just go on ahead and look at the Chariot. Alternatively, something small may have derailed you a little bit today. Like a cute gesture, I'm thinking. Because I can't be mad at the Page of Cups. Like, I can't actually be mad at the Page of Cups. He may be a child. Or something like that. But I mean, look at him. He's a little cutie. Look at him. He's adorable. Well, now that I look at him, seems a bit some type of way. A chariot. A warrior in silver armor rides upon a chariot drawn by sphinxes. In his right hand he holds the cacudius, through which he channels his will to drive the sphinxes forward. Without guidance, they pull in opposite directions, positive and negative energies driving away from each other, like magnets. Fine. In the sky above, the chariot is Ursa Major, the Great Bear, also called the Plow, among many other names. Sighting this constellation makes it easy to find the North Star. Oh, it's funny, and his head is shining, too, you see? I can just show you that. His head is shining. Okay. Yeah, fine. Sighting, blah, blah, blah. The North Star shines from the chariot's brow. Yes, he is on his own star of guidance, navigating only by desire. Yeah. That's this side. The other side is a little bit better for me. It's time to take charge of your own destiny. The stars are aligned for you to step into a greater personal power and to make real progress in your life's journey. But you need to keep your eyes on the road and not be distracted by trivial concerns. Things are speeding up. It's an exciting time with great potential for success. I laugh and I keep saying, okay, fine, because I get it. I get what the message is. It's a message that was there, and then I was like, no, it can't be it. Yes, it's a pause. I do believe it's a pause. I do think it's a minor pause, because I just don't think you can come back from a Ten of Swords. And I don't think you can derail. I don't think you can pause the chariot for so long, because he is on his self path. I feel like there's been a pause, and that pause is, just like the chariot said, from something trivial, aka the Page of Cups. I don't think the Page of... Okay, I don't think this Page of Cups is something that is too bad. I feel like it's like a distraction on your, your path. And it's something that, I don't want to say the old story of, like, something that reawakens an old wound. Because as these swords are upside down on this man, I feel like he is still pinned to the ground. Therefore, gravity is not working in the way that it needs to work. These swords are not entirely slipping out like they would. Okay? They're not slipping out like they would, to me. Because typically, when I see the Ten of Swords in the reverse, I see these swords slipping out. What I see here, though, is gravity is not working. Gravity is still having this man pinned to the ground, and therefore it's actually pushing the swords deeper. Either way, even if they were falling out, there would still be that pain of the pull out. Sorry. But again, I don't think it's really all that bad. I don't know, the Page of Cups to me adds an air of lightness for me, but I can't ignore how dark the Chariot and the Ten of Swords are. The Page of Cups does add a little darling touch. However, this Page of Swords, he seems a little, he seems like he was purposely here to distract. He looks a little suspicious. Look at him. He looks a little like, I know that you'll pay attention to me. I know that I'm your weakness. I know that I'm your peanut butter to your jelly. I know that I'm the one that's gonna, deter you. But it's almost like your favorite child. Coming along and being like, I know you're gonna pay attention to me. And so you stop. And so hence I say a pause. I'm not thinking it's too bad, but it slows down the death process. The ending of the Ten of Swords and the path of the Chariot, because the Chariot it's a pause. The Chariot is not going to stop. He's going to pause. He may get derailed, but the only thing to me that can, right now as I'm reading this, that can derail the Chariot is the Tower. So, yes, the Chariot in reverse to me is he stopped for gas, but also he stopped to something has caught one of the Sphinx's eyes, and the Sphinx is like, oh, I want it. And the other Sphinx is like, no, we're going this way. But obviously, it's a derailment of sorts. And so the Chariot has to, rein the little buddy back in. Hey, Sphinx, come back here. We had the Queen of Wands come out. The Queen of Wands has a Sphinx in the background of her card, didn't she? She did, didn't she? Let me find her for you. The Queen of Wands does have a Sphinx in the back of her card, and that's the part of the card that came out. It was the back of that card. So let me go ahead and just pull that out so we have her play here. Alright, baby, come on now. Where you at? In any case, here you are. You see, she has a Sphinx here. Except it's a human Sphinx. Well, is it though? We don't know. I'm assuming those are limbs, but I mean, those could be just knees. Because the hands are cut off, so we don't really know if that's a human Sphinx or one of these guys here that he carries around. But I almost feel like this one right here, she was on the road, about to walk on over. They were all about to walk on over this man, this thing here, and run that over and end it. And then she was like, "Oh, what's that?" And they went off. That's how I see it in my mind. In any case, there may be a cute distraction today, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. There may be something that pauses you with it. And again, I guess it's to remember that it's a pause. It's not for forever. It's just a pause. Let me find a Page of Cups and see what little cutie has to say. A young man, clad in court garb of a page, stands at the edge of a quiet sea. His tunic bears a pattern of lotuses. Small wavelets splash softly because his long cloak, which is the color of the calm ocean behind him. Oh, small wavelengths splash softly against his long cloak. Dang it. He holds a silver chalice from which a fish is leaping. His attitude is gentle, passive, perhaps subservient. This is a kind person. His heart is innocent and his intentions are pure. He holds the cup of love, but the fish symbolizes that this is spiritual love, not carnal. At least not yet. Excuse me. This person prefers peace to passion for the time being. He is content to stay in the shallow waters of emotion for now. So I feel like if it's a distraction, it's a distraction. If it's not a distraction, it's you saying, "Whoa, Nelly, I just need to take a sit down for a second as the Queen of Wands. And I'm going to run over that 10 of Swords later. But not today." Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So the card that kind of popped out was the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Pentacles is this and that. So this is someone who has certain things. I feel like this is someone who has plans, right? They have the resources, they have the plans, they have certain knowledge and certain resources at their hands. Maybe things are just gotten a little bit out of control, and they're taking a breather from their freak out. This really more so reminds me of the church and the cleaning up from yesterday, was it? Yeah. And how it almost seems like he's agonizing over what he learned and what he maybe released, and he's thinking about that now again. Death in reverse. We've been getting death in reverse for a while now, haven't we? He's thinking about it again and not really ready to let all of it go. Not fully ready to let go of everything. So back to the orphaned and that prior message. with death here too. Not quite ready yet. With the Four of Cups here. This is someone who... You can't see, can you? There you go. Is that better? Good. With the Four of Cups, I would read that to you. To me, it's someone who's missed the boat. But what I'm seeing here almost is like the Four of Cups is typically 3 cups, a man looking at 3 cups, and then the divine is, or a hand is offering a 4th cup. Here I see this guy is offering him a 4th cup, but it's the 5th cup. So again, I don't feel like whatever happens today is entirely bad. Whatever distracts you, whatever cute thing comes along for you to play with is entirely a bad thing. It's a Monday. Okay? Like, have something to relax yourself to and with. I feel like this man is either looking at his past self and looking at how he used to be, hopeful about the future, and he's just kind of taking a rest here and he's reminiscing. Or this is even someone looking at a possible future and saying, if I don't pause for a second, I might wind up being this tired person who doesn't have a passion for much of anything. I do feel like those two are related, because they also have 5 cups too. If I take the 4 and the 5, if I take the 4 and the page. Yeah. I feel like it's someone who thinks they've missed the boat, but then there's this, almost this miracle of like, a page, this page here. I feel like it's one of those things where, it's one of those things where you're working so hard and you're all work and no play, all spiritual and no earth, no play, all releasing and all serious and all sorrowful, or all XYZ and no fun stuff, that you're taking life too seriously almost. And rightly so, in terms of everything that sort of transpired in one's life. But then this little page comes in saying like, hey, I'm going to distract you for a little bit. And that distraction being needed. It's like playing hooky. Someone's not going to work today on purpose. But it's like playing hooky. And yes, it kind of, it pauses what you've been worried about, you know? It's like going to see a movie when you're stressed out. And yeah, it does sort of, take away the time that you could have used to do this, that, and the third, but it's also something that I think is actually helpful. Now again, this could be you being the page, being the distraction, offering a friend or someone in your life a distraction to something that's going on in their world. Showing them kindness, or showing them a certain little bit of support to remind them that, hey, yeah, there's 4 cups that are lost, and yeah, certain money issues or certain things may not entirely be working out, or things could be paused, but guess what? There's still this thing here. So I feel like that's something that's happening for you today. There's still this thing here, but it's happening in the realm of a pause, which is actually needed and dare I say it, good. Yeah. So that's funny. So the Ten of Swords here is encompassing pretty much what I've mentioned before. Judgment in reverse and the 6 of Cups. This is going back. But this is the 6 of Cups on this side is like super cute, super cute, super cute. Hey, my name is Tim, my name is Joanna. You're just like, hey, hi, it's cute here, reminiscing. But this is someone who is almost looking at the 2 people reminiscing and being salty AF. So I feel like there's a part of you that is looking at your past. Obviously, it's a Ten of Swords, okay? So you're not looking at your past with the fondest of memories. this side of the Six of Cups doesn't say anything necessarily negative, but I mean, I can see this man's face. Okay, he's not happy about whatever he's looking at. Neither are you. You're probably ready to trample over that knight who's laying there on the floor with all those swords in it. However, you're not yet ready. At least today is not the day that you will have the, all the strength, and that's okay, to trample over this part. And that's all right, because you know what happens on the other side of the chariot here? He disintegrates. Like, there's nothing left. It freaks me out, this. It disintegrates. So once this guy rolls over that, it's done. It's done. So if before you can fully say goodbye, before we're too gung-ho about moving past certain things, know that, there's no going back. And if you're going to release something, be sure that you're in as much alignment as possible. Because if you need to wait a little bit longer, if you need to indulge in whatever situation it is a little bit longer, you have a right to. And today seems to be the day when you can indulge if you want to. Obviously, don't indulge to the point that you are damaging yourself, please, right? Don't. But it's almost like your last hurrah, in a way. Just, don't let it be your last hurrah. Because with this last judgment here, the judgment card on this side, it talks about what are you willing to give, right? What are you willing to give up before you go to the next level? Before as you're judged or going into the next phase, what are you willing to give up? This man is willing to give up this skull here, and she's willing to give up this egg, and this boy is just like, I'm here. Like, what are you willing to not sacrifice, but what are you willing to give up in order to move forward? And here it's sort of still contemplating over that and reminiscing over what you are willing to give up, what it was, what it used to be, before you fully say goodbye. But today doesn't seem to be the day that you'll say goodbye to it. I mean, unless you have already. And I don't even know what this is for you. What is it? In practical terms, what could this be? The high priestess. You know what it is. She's always like, you know what it is. Let me see. In practical terms, what could this be? Ace of Wands. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot here. There's too much. Yeah, y'all just threw up all over me. Just not taking action, not moving forward. I mean, oh. In love, this could be, again, I don't know. I really don't know. It falls wherever it needs to fall for you. The High Priestess is right. Shit. It falls wherever it needs to fall for you. If it doesn't hit for you today, let it hit for you another time. Okay? Alright. Keep your light on. I wish you everything. Good luck.